Let's grab a piece of scrap lumber and turn it into $25. Y'all ready? It's going to turn into a great gift. Here we go. All right, the first thing we're going to do is take that board and cut it down to 14 inches. That's a 1x6, which is actually 5.5, so 14 inches. So let's mark that up. Don't forget your crow's foot. I've told you before, but why we use that is you can cut dead center. If your line's sloped either way or slanted each way, you can't really determine which side of the mark you cut on, but if you put that crow's foot, you know exactly where you're going. So let's rip this down on the miter saw. Safety, don't forget that, Mike Lee. All right, now what I want to do is mark in 1 inch to 1.5 inches from the ends of the boards. It's up to you how much you want to put on it. So from outside, 1.5 inches in, 1.5 inches in. So you see those two marks, they're 1.5 inches in. Now we're going to take the speed square. Zoom in, Michael Lee. You're going to set a speed square on it, push it up to that mark, put our angle mark, flip it, go up to my mark. Now I've got that. So now what I want to do is go back to the miter saw, and you can do this with a jigsaw or a table saw, a skill saw, whatever you want to use. Doesn't have to be expensive tools, but we're going to set our board down, and we're going to line up our miter saw, which is a 45-degree angle. So you can also do it that way, or if you want less of an angle on it, you can put less. Boy, put your safety gear on. What's wrong with you? Don't get so happy and don't rush so much that you forget your safety. That's important. Teach you something. Always take your small pieces that you cut outside of your miter saw, kick back, and especially if you put the next video I'm about to show you with the dust collection on it, it could bust in things, and it could also break your miter saw and your guard. So take your small pieces out after each cut. I mark it is so I can move my miter saw so I'm not guessing where my marks are. All right, basically you've ended up with what looks like a fence post. So now we're going to take this boy over to the belt sander, and I'll show you something else. Y'all figured out what I'm building yet? Here we go. Let's go. Now this next step is totally optional. You can leave it just like that, but I'm going to round the edges just a little bit. So totally up to you, whatever you want to do. But hey, don't forget to give me that thumbs up and hit that subscribe button. Don't forget the memberships. All I did was smooth it out. You can round it more or less. Totally up to you. Make this your own. You figured it out yet? Now we're going to take those 3-inch pieces and cut them down to 3.5 inch long. All right, I'm going to get you down here with me and all that dust on me because I didn't have my dust extractor on. I'm going to get you down here with me. All right, what I want to do is, I'm going to show you a little trick. So zoom on down to the bottom. All right, since I want a piece that'll fit in between these, but no wider than my board, what I'm going to do is take my 2 pieces. If you didn't want to measure it, you could measure it, of course. Slide them up against a flat surface and measure to the outside. That's 4 inches, so I know that's what needs to go in between them. So, with that said, get the camera level, I'll be all right. So with that said, we're gonna cut a 4-inch piece. To me, that is unsafe to cut on a miter saw. I'm not gonna even attempt it. So we're gonna go over to the table saw, rip that down to 4 inches, and I'll be right back. All right, now what I wanna do is set up my table saw, which I've already done, to 2 3/4 inches rip. And we're gonna take this piece that was left over and we're gonna rip it down. I should have turned on the dust extractor and I didn't. So that's our 2 3/4 inch pieces. Now we're gonna go on to the next step. All right, we've got 4 pieces cut so far. You figured it out yet? Let's glue this up. You ready? Tight bond 3, it could be outside. Let's just lay it out to make sure. All right, you're gonna glue that up. It's best to get up against something because you're gonna need to use your brad nail. Let's make sure it's good and flush. Just trying to hold it right now. So make sure we got them turned the same way, okay? You're gonna flush it with the outside. Flip it over and get you a couple more nails in it so it's sturdy. Now we want to glue this piece inside. And you notice I left it down just a little bit. I turned those up on purpose so I could create like a little bench look right there. Looks like a chair so far. Is that what it is? Is it a chair? What you know, man? Could be a chair. You can put your top in it, put your little Santa Claus or an elf on the shelf. This thing could be a couple of things from right here. What is it? Stick around. Now we got to put a bottom on it. Y'all figured this out yet? Chair, got Santa Claus sitting in it, got elf on the shelf sitting in it. Am I throwing y'all? How about dropping a comment with a time step that you figured out what I was building with this thing? Here we go. Might try to send you something. I don't know if we can or not on YouTube, but we just might try it. Here we go. Let's get to building and putting the bottom on this thing. First I want to do is measure that. So I know it's 5.5 inches wide because we used a 1/6. I just need to know this distance, which I should know because that's whatever we cut a while ago. I can't remember. So 3 3/8. 3 3/8. That's what we're going to cut. 5.5 by 3 3/8. All right, went over to the table saw, ripped me down a 3 3/8 piece, and there we go. That's going to be the bottom. So let's put it on. You liking that chair, ain't you? You dropped a comment down there and let me know what it is yet. I'm going over here, and we're going to get our orbital sander. We're going to sand this down, and then I'm going to put maybe a burn finish on it and some stain. So I'll be right back. I like these Cubitron 3M sandpaper. One, it lets you breathe. You don't have to worry about lining up your holes. You put it on there. So let's knock this rough edges off of this thing. You could actually put some routed edges on it if you want to, but we're not going that far. Here we go. Figured it out yet? Let's go, man. Figured it out yet? I'm going to keep asking you. All right, let's put a burnt finish on this and I'll show you how to do it. I just got me a handheld torch and we're going to burn it up. Here we go. There we go. Make it look rough as you want to. You got it figured out yet? I'm going to keep asking. All right, let's let this cool off and put a little bit of stain on it. That turned out pretty good. I just grabbed some whatever stain I could off the shelf. You got it figured out yet? I bet you do, man. One more piece and you can get this piece off of Amazon. I think I got a 12 pack for like 10 bucks, 15 bucks. So you see them down there at the end? Can't show you. Gonna put it on now. Be right back. I told you this would be a fun, quick build that you could make money on, and I ain't lied to you. So who guessed it right? I'm about to show it to you. You're gonna have about $5 in it, $2 piece of lumber, $1 piece from Amazon that I'll show you, some stain and some wood glue, so less than $5. You can sell them for $40 or $45 on Marketplace or at craft fairs, and even a little bit more if you got to do some shipping. But hey, who guessed it right? If you guessed a seat, you're close, but not for what you think it is. All right, here we go. This thing looks cool, man. It was fun. Like I said, you build 3, I'm holding you up. I'm holding you up. I know. If you build 3, $135 an hour. Here we go. Boom, and a drum roll, baby. All right, that's a bottle cap seat. You're out hanging out with your friends on the back porch. They got a drink. They pop their bottle open. It falls right in here. The bottle cap's got a seat to set in until you throw them away. Hey, this is Mike from Armor Woodworks. And always remember, have fun in the shop and Jesus loves you.